Hello everyone, and welcome to the Three Rivers Festival Virtual International Village. Let me introduce you to one of my favorite places in the world, Sri Lanka. At its closest point, Sri Lanka lies 55 kilometers or about 34 miles off the southeast coast of India. Sri Lanka lies 6 degrees north of the equator. It is surrounded by the Indian Ocean, very deep to the northeast, southeast, and southwest, but very shallow in the northwest. Sri Lanka is approximately 25,332 square miles in size. By comparison, Indiana is approximately 36,418 square miles, so you can see that the country would fit snugly within Indiana's borders. As you can see on this map, Sri Lanka enjoys a diverse geography, very hilly in the center, south, and southwest, and generally more even along the coasts and in the north. The flora and fauna of Sri Lanka is similar to that of Southeast Asia because, during geologic time, it was once connected to India when ocean water was locked up in ice and sea levels were much lower. That is how many of the island's large animals were able to come to Sri Lanka. They simply walked. Sri Lanka's central location means it has been visited by ocean-going vessels for thousands of years. Hence, it enjoys a rich ethnic and genetic diversity. The population of Sri Lanka is about 22 million. Some areas are very sparsely populated, while others, especially in the capital area in the southwest, are very heavily populated. Sinhalese and Tamil are the official languages of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka was once an important crown colony of England from 1815 to 1948. And English remains an important language of commerce and tourism. Sri Lanka is predominantly a Buddhist country, with Hindu, Muslim, Christian, and others making important percentages as well. The flag of Sri Lanka represents its religious diversity. Since a large percentage of Sri Lanka is Sinhalese, the Lion of Sinhala finds a predominant location on the flag. It is surrounded by 4 Bodhi leaves, representing 4 virtues of the island's Buddhist faith. The green color represents the island's Muslim population, orange represents the Hindu population, and maroon represents the Sinhalese people. The lion's sword represents the authority and bravery of Sri Lanka. The currency of Sri Lanka is the Sri Lankan rupee. The June 2020 exchange rate is approximately 185 Sri Lankan rupees to the US dollar. The written history of Sri Lanka dates back to around the year 543 BCE, when King Vijaya and about 700 of his followers arrived from India. King Pandukabhaya founded the capital for his kingdom at Anuradhapura in 377 BCE, and it endured until 1017 CE. Anuradhapura is today a World Heritage Site visited by tens of thousands of tourists every year from around the world. Many of the ancient stupas, temples, and other buildings still survive and are amazing to visit. After a series of invasions, the capital was moved from Anuradhapura in the north to Polonnaruwa in a more central location. Polonnaruwa was the capital of Sri Lanka from 1056 to 1236 CE. Polonnaruwa is also a World Heritage Site visited by tourists from around the world. With the discovery of vast pearl oyster beds in the shallow sea off the northwest coast of Mannar, and subsequent interest in the riches that the island had to offer, European interest in the area began to grow. European powers dominated the island for over 440 years. In 1815, when the Sinhalese chiefs deposed the King of Kandy in the heart of the island and ceded his territory to the British, Colombo became the new capital and remains so to this day. Independence from Great Britain finally occurred on February 4, 1948. From ancient ruins to sunny beaches lapped by the waters of the Indian Ocean, and friendly citizens happy to share the wonders of their island home, there are many other great reasons to pay Sri Lanka a visit. Sri Lankan cuisine is truly world-class and will delight your senses in countless ways. It is mostly vegetarian, although the island's waters provide a great variety of fish and shellfish. Europeans were overwhelmed with the great variety of spices that the island has to offer, and these spices have transformed the cuisines and cultures all over the world. Where would we be today without the finest cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, curry, and many others that grow in Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka is the fourth largest tea producer in the world, with a variety of teas grown throughout the microclimates of the island's central hill country. Some of the finest gems and pearls come from Sri Lanka. Many festivals are held throughout the year in Sri Lanka. Perhaps the most famous is the Perahera, at which fire dancers, acrobats, and elaborately clothed temple elephants delight huge crowds. As you can see, Sri Lanka offers many reasons for you to visit again and again. Each visit will open new topics for you to explore.